I totally disagree when people say there's no freedom of speech in this country. Of course, there is what. We self-censor ourselves. We think things are worse than they are. They're not. If you look at Malaysia, in fact, the other day, a family member saying that the child is going to, is overseas now studying medicine, now doing specialization. I said, make sure they come back. No. I told them to stay there and make their living there. I say, you are bloody driving a BMW and you want to say, oh, life here is not good. What BS is this, right? This is, of course, we don't like the politics and the racial inequality, right? And the racial inequality, by the way, didn't start with the Malays, right? If you want to get really, it started with the bloody Chinese one, right? And then I realized it's not personal. Sometimes communities, people want to favor their own community. And I see that sometimes with my mom also, you know, she's a Sikh, right? And sometimes I see subconscious behavior where you want to favor a fellow Sikh, and I realized where at one point I said that's racism or that's favoritism. To me, it's just natural, it's normal. Until you point it out to people consciously, you shouldn't do that. Come on, we overdo this thing about, you know, that hey, this is a terrible country. And it's a fantastic country. I love this country, right? My dad was a soldier. Maybe that's why I have a temptation to look there. So I think people are looking at us from there. No, but there's my dad was a soldier, so maybe that's why I feel a bit more that this is my country, right? Our country. Don't ever let some morons with the IQ of a Jamban, right? And this Jamal Jamban, similarity to make you think that, oh, this is not my country or they don't want me. That's rubbish, right?
Yeah. I mean,
just take a claim and then, and we have to get back to the thing. We have freedom of thought. We can say things. Even during Mahathir's time, when people were so scared of him, there were people, the opposition that time, right? Where for one time, government, we don't know what's going to happen next week or whatever. Once the Agong has his audience, they may be government again. But, people were free to tell things, were brave to tell because they believed in it, right? And Karpal was fearless because justice, he believed he was doing the right thing. And we are way more freedom than Singaporeans that are scared to talk about their government bad. We freely will wreck our government, right? Now even more so.
Yeah.
So please don't tell yourself that, oh, we got no freedom of thought, I cannot say things. Maybe you don't say on Facebook, right? If you say something racial on Facebook, everybody wreck you, everybody jump in. But on a platform like this, fine. If somebody puts comments, like this was a live stream with comments, I would be happy. I would still say the same thing.
So in the sense, if we are trying to, coming back to what you're saying, right? I'm in total agreement with you that this is a great place to live, and I'm not Malaysian, let me clarify. I think you know that also. I'm not Malaysian, but I've been here for almost 30 years.
Not Malaysian yet lah.
Yeah. I'm a PR and all that. And we have technicalities where it delays the citizenship. But my mom's Malaysian, my wife's Malaysian, my son is Malaysian.
Right, absolutely.
If Malaysia does well, it's the most important thing to me lah. Because everybody I love are Malaysian anyway, right? So in that sense that I do feel that this is a fantastic place. And I do feel that we got to kind of do our part. We can't we got to walk the talk lah. If you are leaving the country because the value that I always aspire to is always if you are running towards something. That means, for example, if your son is big on tennis and then the best tennis coaching system for for youth is just say is in France. So if he's going to France because he wants to excel, that's a different story.
Totally different,
the aspirational part of it, that's okay. But
that's fine.
If it is just Malaysia cannot make it.
Exactly.
If you're running away, that is what doesn't make sense to me.
But people also take the path of least resistance, right? It's easy to do that, and especially with this family member who drives the BMW, the business is doing well. To say that is easy for them to do. You don't see your char kway teow seller or the guy who does works with Alam Flora, whatever, they saying, I want to have my kids migrate. So there's the ability. Despite all the things that you perceive wrong, you already are in a position where at least you're in the T40, top 40%. That gives you the means to get your child. If you got no leg elsewhere, to go elsewhere. So it seems like Malaysia. But I said T40 because in the M40 you got the 20% upper middle income. So I just named them the T40. That's why you have the means to go and do or go overseas and all that, right? To send somebody. You may already have a family member or you aspire to. Easy then. But the B60, don't talk about that.
I've talked to people.
Everybody's now going for B60. What's the B60? What's the T40? That's why I'm unassuming. You're assuming, you see?
No, but I've talked to people who have had friends who have migrated to say Australia, right? And one thing I always say is, if it is not aspirational, that means you're not going there to better yourself. But if you're just going there because the condition here you feel is shit, I always tell them that, why not just stay here and make things better? Yeah. So, and the thing I tell is, if you feel like a second-class citizen here, you're not going to become a first-class citizen in any other country.
Totally, right? 100%,
And now, especially now in 2020, it feels it's more polarized, this idea of immigrants and all that. Even in Australia, even if you're talking, you don't have to go as far as the US. Europe now is going through a big identity crisis about immigrants coming in, right?
Yes.
So if you think you're going to become a first-class citizen or an eco-citizen in any other country, actually it's not true. So I put this point across to the person, and they said that they asked their friend the same, they told their friend the same thing, but their justification was, and in this case it was Australia, they moved to Australia, they're like, it's okay, at least I earn more here. I can be a second-class citizen here, but I earn more money. So for that, I don't know. Okay, that's the economic reason you feel. I feel the cost of living is also higher.
Of course,
But if you feel that's what your comfort is, then I don't know how to explain that.
No, the people I know go because the children, they want a better education for their children, and then the children, of course, when you grow up there, your peer group, it's easy to just stay there. So they generally not because they're not economic refugees. Maybe they use the excuse, I want to give my children a better education, right, better career, or they think their own career can. Definitely, very few people who when you move there have got a better career there, than they had here. They will struggle. They'll struggle there for sure. But that being in, it's been there all the while. I don't think it's going to change much. But definitely, if you say that it sucks here, I totally disagree.